You know that moment when you wake up one day and realize no one's coming to save you? No one's going to remind you to eat, to sleep, to take care of yourself. It's just you and life. That's when adulthood really begins. I remember the first time it hit me. I was standing in my kitchen staring at an empty fridge, holding a spoon like it was a magic wand. I had no idea what to cook, no idea what I was doing. I just stood there thinking, so this is it? This is what being an adult feels like. And it's funny, right? We spend our whole childhood wanting to grow up. We think adulthood means freedom, staying up late, making our own choices, doing whatever we want. But no one tells us that freedom comes with bills, deadlines, and a constant feeling of, am I doing enough? There's this one day I'll never forget. I had just moved to a new city. New job, new apartment, new everything. I was excited. I thought this was my big break. But that first night when I came home after work, I sat on the floor with a cup of instant noodles in silence. No laughter, no noise, no one asking, "How was your day?" Just me and the sound of the ceiling fan. And that's when it hit me. Growing up isn't just about independence. It's about learning to be okay with your own company. You start realizing that adulthood is full of quiet moments. Moments where you question everything. Moments where you miss home, miss people, miss the version of yourself that didn't have to worry about rent or taxes. And yet you keep going. Because that's what adults do. We keep going even when we don't know how. You know what's wild? How we all thought adults had it figured out. Remember when you looked at your parents and thought, wow, they know everything. But now, being in their shoes, you realize they were just figuring it out too. They were scared, tired, confused, just like us. I once called my mom after a long day and said, "How did you do it? How did you manage everything?" She laughed and said, "I didn't. I just did what I could." That line stuck with me. I just did what I could. Maybe that's what adulting really is. Doing what you can with what you have, even when it doesn't feel like enough. Let's talk about the emotional side, the part no one posts about. There are days when you wake up and feel like you're behind. Like everyone else is moving faster. Getting promotions, getting married, buying houses. And you're just trying to survive Monday. You scroll through social media, see people smiling, traveling, living their best life. And you start wondering, what's wrong with me? But here's the truth. Nothing's wrong with you. Everyone's struggling. Everyone's pretending. No one's posting their breakdowns, their sleepless nights, their I don't know what I'm doing moments. We're all just trying to make it look easy. But it's not. And that's okay. There was this one evening. I was walking home after work. The city lights were glowing, people were rushing, and I suddenly felt this wave of peace. Not because everything was perfect, but because I realized, this is life. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be lived. The late night talks, the laughter with friends, the quiet tears, the small wins. That's what makes it real. Adulting isn't about having it all together. It's about learning to dance in the middle of the mess. And you know what's beautiful? The small victories. Like paying your first bill on time. Cooking something that actually tastes good. Saying no to something that drains you. Or just waking up and deciding to try again. Those moments don't get enough credit. But they matter. They're proof that you're growing even when it doesn't feel like it. Because growth doesn't always look like success. Sometimes it looks like survival. Sometimes it looks like getting out of bed when you don't want to. Sometimes it's just choosing to keep going. So if you're listening to this right now and life feels heavy, breathe. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're just living. Everyone's story moves at its own pace. Some people bloom early, some later. But everyone blooms. And maybe, just maybe, adulting isn't about reaching some perfect version of yourself. Maybe it's about learning to love the version you are right now. Tired, messy, but still trying. Thanks for listening to Ami ET Podcast. If this story made you feel seen, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, no one really knows what they're doing. We're all just figuring it out, one day, one mistake, one small victory at a time.